Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make some really easy, very quick to make Super Bowl game day decorations. I'll show you how to make a table runner any length you want. 2 different ways to make a pennant banner, and even a few little penalty flags. So get the whole family involved in making these decorations. Now let's take a look at some of the suggested supplies. This is my daughter Maria, and her and I made a trip to our local Dollar Tree store to see what we could find for decorations. So what did we get, Maria?
Yeah, we got lots of great goodies there. It's one of our favorite stores. Everything's only $1, so it's perfect if you're trying to have some game day celebrations and fun on a little bit more of a budget. First, we found this bowl, perfect for, your game day snacks. Some green cups, some napkins. We got this floral foam. We'll show you what we do with that later. Some fun footballs. I think we got more than one of these. Some green plates and some yellow rope.
And this is onion grass. And inside, to hold the onion grass up, I put this floral foam in there, and I didn't even cut it. I just pushed it down and it had a really tight fit, stuck these in there, put some little moss over it, and these are just little plastic flower pots. So let's look at what we got at Walmart. To make the pennant flags, I purchased some felt, and I purchased green and brown. I also am going to use this white ribbon. This is 3/8 inch ribbon. This is 1/2 inch wide ribbon. Bias tape, and this is going to be an optional thing that you can purchase. The fabric right here, this is some football themed fabric, and it's already pre-cut in 1 yard lengths. And to make all the things I made, I purchased 2 of these. So 2 of these 1 yard pieces made a lot of decorations. Now here are some other fabrics that I already had in my stash of fabric. I'm using this green right here for my pennant flags or pennant banners. And here was some old football fabric. I can't remember where I purchased it. And then for the penalty flags, I'm using yellow, just plain yellow, and plain red. Now, what other choices of fabric can they get?
Well, so for the majority of our projects, we went with just, a basic football theme. But of course, we all recognize that everyone has their favorite football teams. My husband, his favorite is the Baltimore Ravens. He's from Maryland. But of course, you know what? Get creative. Use your, your team colors, or check your local fabric stores. A lot of them are going to have, football themed fabric specific to your area with your team.
So let's get started on the first project. First project is a table runner. I'll show you how to make a short version and a long version. If you want the shorter table runner, which is going to be about 42 inches long, you're only going to need a half a yard of fabric. If you want a longer version, which is what I'm making, you will need 1 yard of fabric. When you purchase the fabric, it is folded with your selvage edges together along here. Leave it that way when you're cutting it. If you do not have a rotary cutter and ruler, which is a rotary cutter ruler, then use a regular straight edge ruler and place it on there, and just use a pencil and draw a line. Then go over 18 inches and cut. If you want the longer version, go over an additional 18 inches and cut anything extra that's off along here. Then after that, cut your selvage edges off. I'm now going to show you 2 different ways to hem this table runner. If you have just a standard sewing machine, just a straight stitch is all you need. First, you want to fold the edge over on all 4 edges. So you're going to fold it over 1/4 inch and do this step at your ironing board and press it using a steam iron. Then fold it over again and press. Then go to the opposite end and press it. So this is the shorter end. So do your 2 shorter ends first. Then on each side, do the same thing. Fold it over twice, pressing each time you fold, and press. Then at your sewing machine, you're going to stitch right along this inside folded edge all the way around 4 sides. For those of you who have a serger, then take your fabric and serge the edges on all 4 sides. Then on the 2 shorter edge, fold it over 1 time and press. Then go to your 2 longer edges, fold it over and press. And then stitch it down on all 4 edges. And when you're done, this is what your table runner will look like. And one more step you can do, which is an option, is take 1/2 inch wide ribbon and lay it along here to represent the lines on the football field. And you can either zigzag stitch it down through the middle of the ribbon or use fabric glue to glue the ribbon down. If you want the longer version of the table runner, take your 2 pieces and bring the edges together, front sides together. Then do a 1/2 inch seam down through the middle. Then do a zigzag stitch over the raw edges. Then go ahead and finish off the table runner just like you did on the first one by folding the edges over and stitching them down. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to make a pennant banner using 100% cotton fabric. So what you want to do is leave your fabric folded again like it was when you purchased it off of the bolt, and then cut an 8 inch wide strip. So here's my folded edge down here, and then here are my selvage edges. Then you want to make sure you just cut these selvage edges off. Then using a ruler, or if you have a crafting mat like this, then you want to just count over 8 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and put a little mark on your fabric. Go over again 8 inches and put a mark. Then on this edge up here, your first mark, you want to make it 4 inches from this end here. So go over 4 inches and put a mark. Then after that, do 8 inches and put a mark, and 8 inches and put a mark. To cut it, take a ruler and place one end of the ruler at this corner and the other end of the ruler on that 4 inch mark right here, and cut. Then take the ruler and put it on the first 8 inch mark over here and up here at the point where you just finished cutting. So line it up and then cut. And leave your 2 pieces together. And then turn your ruler again, line it up, and cut. And then turn it one more time and cut. Make sure you have the front sides of your fabric together, and so this is the back side that is showing. Then stitch a 1/4 inch seam on these 2 sides right here. And as you get to this corner down here, you want to stop when you're 1/4 inch away from here. Leave your needle down through both layers of fabric, turn your fabric, and then continue stitching down there. Then you're going to trim some of that corner off down there. So you're going to leave about 1/8 inch of fabric and just cut it this way. And then I like to cut some off on the side and then on the other side right here. Then turn it front side out. After you've got it turned front side out, poke this corner out, go in there and just poke at it. Then you're going to see you have these little tails here on the edge. Just cut those off. You don't need them. Then take your bias tape And it looks like this. It unfolds. There we go. So I've got it unfolded. So you would take your pennants, and after you got all your pennants stitched together, you would go ahead and open up this bias tape and put this on the inside, and then pin it in place to hold it all there. And I spaced my pennants about 3 inches apart, so I recommend anywhere from 2 to 3 inches. So after you've got them all pinned onto your bias tape, then start at one end and just stitch all the way down from one end to the other. And this is what it looks like when you're done. Now, if you're interested in one that's kind of a no-sew banner, let me show you how to make this one. This is craft felt that I bought from Walmart, and they're 28 cents a piece, and they're approximately 12 inches long this way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches, a little over 8 inches going this way. But they're not always cut exactly the same. So I'm going to trim them to be the same size. Okay, the other edges looked pretty close together. So now I want to cut it in half. So I'm going to go over 6 inches and cut it in half. Then I'm going to stack them on top. Now this is great if you have a rotary cutter. It's really easy. If you don't have a rotary cutter, then use a pencil and a ruler to mark lines for you to cut on. So now I want to place my ruler, one end of the ruler, right in the middle, which would be at the 3-inch mark. That's the center. And then on this other corner. So right there in the middle and on that corner, and cut. Now I'm going to turn it this way and do my last cut.
So for this next step, we thought that it would be really fun to have the green pieces of felt represent the field and the brown pieces of felt represent the football. So what we did is we took 3/8 inch wide ribbon and we cut them 2.5 inches long. You'll need 4 pieces, and you'll use fabric glue to glue on the pieces of ribbon onto the piece of felt.
And you can either use clear tacky glue, this was at Walmart, or really any child-friendly glue, especially if you're having your children do this.
Right.
And how did we do this one?
So for your brown pieces of felt, you're going to use the 3/8 inch wide ribbon to represent the laces on the football. So first you're going to need one piece that is 5 inches long, and you'll put that in the middle of your felt, again using your fabric glue or any kind of craft glue. And then you'll need 5 additional pieces that are 1 1/2 inch long. You'll take those smaller pieces of ribbon and you'll put one at the top and one at the bottom. You'll take another piece and put it there in the middle, and your last 2 pieces you'll put in between your other pieces of ribbon. You have a couple different options for hanging your pennants that we just made. One option is to use something like poly rope that we got from Dollar Tree. You're going to want to cut this the length that you want for your pennant flags, and maybe space them out about 3 inches apart onto the rope, and you can use that same glue that you used earlier to secure the ribbon onto the felt. Your other option, my mom is going to show you.
If you like to sew and you do have a sewing machine, you could do it the same way that you did the first banner that I showed you, was place them inside of your bias tape, evenly spacing them out, and then stitching it closed all the way down. Here's how you make your penalty flags. Get some red and yellow fabric, preferably plain fabric. Cut them into sizes anywhere from 12 to 15 inch squares. Then you're going to fold the edges over just like you did the table runner project that we did earlier in the video. And if you haven't watched that part, just go back, it's near the front. So you're going to fold your edges over twice and press, and then stitch around the edges.
And once you have your fabric cut and hemmed, what you're going to do is take 2 pieces of cotton, these cotton balls here, put them in the center of the fabric, take your ends and wrap them around that cotton so that you have the cotton in the middle there. And you're going to either use ribbon or even a rubber band to secure around where the cotton is.
And then this is what it looks like when you're done. If you want to make pillows, use the pillows off of your sofa and make slip covers for them. And if you want to know how to make a slip cover, watch my video, 20-minute pillow, and that link is listed below your YouTube screen.
And once you've made your pillow slip covers, you have this option to do these super cute designs similar that we did on the pennant flags using ribbon.
As I said near the beginning of the video, this is a pot from Dollar Tree. It's a little plastic pot. And then this is onion grass, and I have 2 bunches of them in there. And inside I use that floral styrofoam that I showed you earlier. Just pushed it down inside, push these down in the middle, and then get this, what do you call this, moss, which is also at Dollar Tree. Then you can either use ribbon. I cut out paper and made this similar lace design that you see on a football. After you've got everything made, we're really excited. I've worked very hard on putting this together, and I can't wait to show you how it all comes together. So let's go to my dining room and set up Super Bowl game day tablescape. See you there. And here's the tablescape using all of the items we showed you how to make. This was a lot of fun. We really had a great time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell so you can receive notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is Scotty, and this is Manny. See you next time, and happy sewing!